We've had enough of all this woke nonsense. Let's start fighting for some real values, particularly opposing the voice. Here's the Prime Minister blubbing and crying about the voice. I'm sorry, we're talking about a major change to the Constitution that will affect everyone's lives, prosperity, finances, laws, everything. And the Prime Minister turns it into a race issue, blubbing away as if it's a morality issue, Rita?
This is the entire strategy of the yes vote at the moment, essentially guilting Australia to backing this. They can't provide any sort of evidence of how this is actually going to do any good, how this is going to close the gap, how this is going to impact on the lives of the most oppressed, the ones who are living essentially in third world conditions, despite the fact that we are putting more than $30 billion a year to try to close the gap. Instead of actually looking at the logistics of what's going wrong, what we could do better, let's have another advisory body.
Let's just have a quick look. Here is the argument for the voice. Pure emotion. Have a look.
This moment has been a very long time in the making. Yet they have shown such patience and optimism through this process. And that spirit of cooperation and thoughtful, respectful dialogue has been so important at arriving at this point in such a united fashion.
Look, seriously, great. Blub away, have all your tears, do all the rest of it. This is a critical issue. We're now getting more and more legal minds turning against the voice, saying, and we'll be talking to Chris Merritt about this shortly. Well, very quickly, James, before we go to Catherine.
It is just, this is worse than what Rita even said. This is emotional blackmail, because you know what it is doing? It is saying to people, and this is what Albanese actually explicitly said, how other people feel is dependent on how you vote. You know, people will feel bad if you don't vote the right way. That is emotional blackmail, and also is denying agency from Indigenous Australians who are told that their feelings are dependent on what white fellas do. This is so condescending, so racist, and so manipulative. It should be called out for exactly what it is, and it is emotional blackmail, pure and simple.
Quickly.
And if those people feel that way, it's only because Anthony Albanese and his ilk have set this up as not a matter of enshrining race politics into the Constitution or the merits of it. They've set it up as, if you don't vote for this, you're not supportive of the Indigenous community.
Yeah,
you don't care about the Indigenous community.
That's not leadership.
It's not leadership.
It's pathetic. Peter Dutton now needs to step up and show the leadership opposing the voice on the grounds that it is race-based and has no place in Australia's future.